time has come to torque everything down on my driver's side Bentley suspension. But first I've got to lift the heaviest air strut that ever was, and it is a hard job to do by yourself. Oh shit. When I say this thing is heavy, it's like really heavy, and I just kind of lose strength. So eventually I do get it up and in there and reach around. I do the reach around and I get some bolts on there to hold it up. And then it's time to torque. Before I get started on the actual torquing down here, I'm just going to snug things up, and I'm going to reconnect the air hose to the air strut. That's actually a 10 Newton meter torque. And I ugga-dugga it. I don't have a torque wrench that big. Come on, give me a break. Anyways, this knuckle thing, it was really hard to get in because there's two spindles and one of them kept popping out, so I used a couple vices. Has to be a 4mm gap between the control arm and the spindle thing. And then this is the brand new sway bar end link that I am installing. And now it's going to be time to jack up the knuckle, and I'm going to measure the distance between the center of the axle hub and the top of the fender. Boy, that was hard for me to explain. But yeah, measure it and make sure it's the correct distance as per your manufacturer's recommendation. I checked it 3 times just to be safe. And now I can finally start torquing everything down. The track rod end, the upper control arms where they meet the spindle, the lower control arms. Once that's all torqued down, it's time to finally reinstall my rotor, my brake caliper. Like, we're in business. We are like ready to go to Taco Bell. We're ready to take Ben through Taco Bell. Who's with me? Well, I guess there's one last super important thing, and that's to torque down that axle bolt to 200 Newton meters. Well, that's per the manufacturer's recommendation. 200. Crank that sucker up. So before I put that center cap in, I am lowering the car so that the wheel is touching the ground so it won't move. But as per the manufacturer's recommendation, listen. You do not want to put the full weight on the vehicle until it is torqued down. In case anyone's wondering why I didn't lower the jack all the way, that is why. And then we're going to slowly let the car pump it back up. Time to tackle the